Good morning, fantasy football world. It is Friday, payday. This is a new series that I'm going to be doing for YouTube, Twitter, wherever, people want to watch. But good morning, fantasy football world will be a thing. I'll try to do it every morning, do a recap of what we have for the week, what happened last night, Thursday Night Football. Nick Foles coming out with a dub. Brady cannot beat Foles. That's what it's looking like. That's the kryptonite, He's part of that Eli conversation. But, they won by 1 point. Bears won 20-19 to the Bucks. I feel like Nick Foles is still looking a little mid. It's not like he's looking like, Nick Foles in Philly, but that's what we expect. We don't expect Nick Foles in Philly when he leaves Philly, so there's that. But for fantasy-wise, Allen Robinson putting up 19 points. He's been looking like Allen Robinson that we knew, that we loved consistency with drafting him as a top 10 wide receiver. So that makes my heart warm knowing that I got him in a bunch of leagues and he's putting up 19 points. So yeah, so shout out to Allen Robinson being consistent. And again, I don't know about Monty. I don't know about what's going to happen with that backfield with Cordell Patterson. It's like disgusting seeing 84 in that backfield as a running back, and he's in running back meetings and kick return. It's like they don't know what to do with him. Maybe he's not a wide receiver. If he's not a wide receiver, change his number. The fuck? Anyway, moving on. What we got looking for the weekend? Are we going to catch a dub this week? I just stopped my stardom. I just dropped my stardom situm for week 5. I got a lot of information in there, good knowledge, good tools to come home with the gold this weekend, get a dub. A lot of people are desperate right now in my cutthroat league. I am 2-2, people, and that's without Michael Thomas. So I think I'm doing fairly good, making moves, making trades, and waiver pickups, just to maintain while Michael Thomas continue on fucking me while he's on the bench. But I don't think that he's coming back this week. He was limited in practices. I think if he was full participation, that'll be trending towards obvious that he'll be starting, but he's not. He's still limited. So we'll have to keep an eye on that report to see what happens, in the long run, with Michael Thomas. But again, a lot of you guys are probably, struggling with Michael Thomas out. You just got to make the waiver wire pickups. You got to make some trades. Even trade him if you could. You know what I mean? Just to remain afloat, to remain in playoff competition. Playoff conversation, I should say. But it's still early. It's only 5 weeks in. You know what I mean? Maybe we hold on to him and then he blows up. But I really don't want him to play this week against the Chargers at all. And sorry for the bouncing because Jersey roads suck dick. So there's that. But I really don't want him to come back against the Chargers. Chargers are, a top 10 defense. They're not terrible, but they're not really good. But they're like in the middle to where it'll be a tough matchup for somebody to come back from injury. So I don't think we'll see much out of Michael Thomas. So again, I wouldn't start Michael Thomas this week, even if they said he'll play, for the simple fact that, you already went 5 weeks without him, 4 weeks or whatever. Another week won't hurt. You know what I mean? But I don't think he'll be the difference maker why you win this week if you start him, because it's going to be snap opportunities, probably going to be under 50%. It's probably going to be like 3 to 4 targets. It's not going to be anything Michael Thomas, that we saw with like 10 targets a game, 12 targets a game. It's going to be in that low 3 to 4 targets a game, and I'm not really trying to rock with that going, into this week. So there's that. I will literally pump the brakes on him. I would pump the brakes. But moving on from Michael Thomas, trying to figure out this situation. What should I do about Josh Allen, being that they moved the game to Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern time, I believe, but there's still a possibility they can cancel it. I mean, the Titans are looking at maximum punishment. Like they're fogged. Like I saw rumors of a $10 million fine, both coaches and GM being suspended for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? And forfeit the game against the Bills. But I think we're past the forfeit the game because they rescheduled it. But the simple fact that they're trying to give the maximum punishment, that is insane. They're fucked, basically. But the players, they're fine. I think they're up to like double-digit numbers, maybe like 12 or 13 players tested positive. We know Corey Davis is one of them, unfortunately. But let me talk on Corey Davis real quick. Oh my God, I hate to say this, but he's good. This may be the year that he can be consistent. I don't know. He's not facing injury, but he's facing COVID right now, so that does count as injury when we go back, a year from now. I'm like, yo, he missed games. No, it was COVID, fucking their entire team. But I don't know, man. Corey Davis is looking like he could put up 10 to 15 points a week, but A.J. Brown wasn't available there. But even when A.J. Brown was there week 1, Corey Davis was the guy that was eating. But who knows? We'll see how that plays out. But I know a lot of Derrick Henry owners are hurting right now. I'm a Jonnu Smith owner. I'm very disappointed. He was the number 2, maybe almost number 1 tight end while Kittle was out. He was out playing Kelsey some games, but he's getting the targets. Volume is key. I like that they're starting to focus on him to be a real threat in that offense. He's very explosive. He's probably one of the most explosive tight ends I've seen, when it comes to speed and quickness and just getting separation. So a lot of good things are happening for Jonnu Smith. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm glad I was on that hype train very early in the offseason. But these are all good things that are happening, but COVID is just killing it all, man, and just destroying it. And I feel like with COVID, we kind of had to expect this to happen. We didn't expect all these injuries, but we knew COVID was going to happen. We knew eventually some teams and some players were going to miss like 2 weeks of football. So we just had to, buckle down, and hopefully your commissioner wasn't a piece of shit and opened up some IR spots, and maybe, you just drafted a little bit more cautious, I should say, and double up and like get some depth and a lot of handcuffs, you know what I mean? But here we are, week 5. You know what I mean? With all these injuries, Austin Eckler's the latest of one of the studs, possible first-round studs. A lot of first-rounders went down this year, man, and it's very unfortunate. But shout out to all you Aaron Jones owners that are just pushing along. You know what I mean? He was in the second round in most of my leagues. But very, first-round talent. But shout out to you guys for just crunching. But Austin Eckler, man, he killed me in like 3 leagues, man. 3 leagues I'm hurting at right now. But, again, next man up. I got pumped the brakes on Justin Jackson and Joshua Kelly. 2 guys that you probably got off the waiver, or Kelly that you already had stashed. But definitely pumped the brakes on those 2. I don't like them against New Orleans. I don't like them against the Saints at home. It's not like the Saints are bad at stopping the run. They're like 6. So it's like with them being the 6th fewest, fantasy points allowed to running backs, I don't like my odds with Justin Jackson and Kelly, but what gives me some hope, and hopefully that they can, put up some fantasy relevant points, is more so them having a pass catching ability, catching the ball out the backfield. So hopefully that's what we get out of these guys, and maybe they, pop off or not. Maybe one of them find the end zone. I don't see them running all over the Saints at all, being that they're home, and Drew Brees is looking like he can't win games on the road, but he's home now, so it looks like they might be game scripted out, where they might be playing from behind. But I do like the Chargers defense. I just don't think they're going to have enough to stop Drew Brees for that. But, yeah, I really don't have much else. I'm almost at work, actually. I'm like 5 minutes away. But this is a new series that I just want to put out there. Content is key. Great fire content is key. Good ideas. It's Friday. Let's put positive energy in the universe. Let's have a good day. It's payday. Let's go buy something that we don't need. That's what I'm doing at the work. And let's enjoy today, man. Let's talk some fantasy football all through today. Shout out to Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever this is going to be at, wherever people are watching. I want to thank you guys for joining me on my ride to work. And I think, like I said, I'll be wanting to do this almost every day, Monday through Friday probably. And then probably Monday morning will be like a big video where I just recap the entire Sunday. Maybe I just drive around my job twice or something like that. But we're going on 10 minutes. So I guess I'll see you guys Monday? Yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. Today's Friday, duh. All right, peace.